The push for social media accountability is being fought on two fronts, in the courtroom and on Capitol Hill. In the past 48 hours, juries in two historic cases found Meta and YouTube liable for harming kids and teens. But the story's far from over. Now, a bipartisan group of lawmakers and parents say it's time for a federal law that protects kids as well. There's a House version and a Senate version of the Kids Online Safety Act making its way through Congress right now. My next guest is a fierce defender of the Senate version because she says it's the stronger of the two. Juliana Arnold's daughter, Coco, died in 2022. She says Coco met a dealer on Instagram who said he would sell her a Percocet. Instead, it was a pill laced with fentanyl, a deadly dose. Coco died right after she turned 17 years old. Juliana was in the courtroom in Los Angeles nearly every day during the trial, hoping to get justice for her daughter. She says the fight is just beginning. Joining us now is Juliana Arnold. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
I've got to ask you, what was that moment like in court yesterday when you heard that jury say guilty?
It was, I was sitting there holding the hands of other parents. And we were in a line. There was one line of us of parents that were there in the benches. And we were sitting on pins and needles. We were so nervous. And we really didn't know. We didn't have idea because we'd been told that there was no chance we could win this case. But we knew when we heard all the details of the case, because I had been sitting in there, I was like, how could they not see the negligence here? How could they not see how they were intentionally harming these kids? So when that first yes came out, because there were a number of questions that they had to answer yes to, it was phenomenal. And there was one after the other on every one. And we were thrilled. But at the same time, we were sad because our kids aren't here and they're never coming back. And we're thrilled because we hope that they will save future families and kids that are going through what we went through. But you know, it's bittersweet, I have to say the least, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bring Coco back. Tell me why the case in LA surrounded this young woman who said she had become addicted to Instagram and YouTube and that it had created devastating effects on her mental health. She became suicidal. That's very different from the story about your daughter, Coco. Why do you hold Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg responsible for Coco's death?
Yeah, well, it's not totally, there's part of my story that maybe is not as well known, but Coco had a long history of, she kind of spiraled down starting around 12, 13 years old, and that's when she started using social media. And she went from being a happy, vivid, excited, sweet young girl to slowly dropping all of her activities, her grades started to fall. She started to have social anxiety, then came depression, then came more and more time in her room, not wanting to eat with us. You know, it was this constant thing, and I was getting her help, but we didn't know. All they did is want to, you know, prescribe her some prescription medicine and say, I hope you're just gonna be better.
Yeah.
And it was the social media, and it was the biggest thing we fought about in the household because I was constantly on her. And it made for a really, 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 you know, difficult backdrop to the other things that we were facing. And so very much like Haley, my daughter was vulnerable. She had ADHD. She was young and impressionable, but I have to say all kids are vulnerable.
Yeah.
And the fact that we know that these companies were targeting these young people, even under the age of 13 and 13, you know, Mark Zuckerberg says 13-year-olds aren't allowed in his platform, but we find out there's millions of them.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything about it, you know? And so, come on. And that they're targeting these kids to get them hooked with their design features. This has nothing to do with content, by the way. It's their design of these platforms to get them hooked, to amplify their pain through the algorithms. They know everything about them. They know everything about their lives, and they follow them and they track them. And they provide them advertisements when they're feeling bad about maybe makeup or something about beauty, or they have these filters that make girls feel so bad. My daughter had no self-esteem, and she was a gorgeous young woman, similar to Kaylee and similar to a lot of the other young girls that are facing these same situations. So it's really got to stop.
You know, I was struck by the Wall Street Journal editorial page, wrote an editorial today calling this lawsuit and the one in New Mexico, another, you know, historic, groundbreaking verdict that came in the day before, calling them social media shakedowns. This is what they write. Trial lawyers will now use the LA verdict in ads to recruit more plaintiffs. They may even use social media to advertise. Unemployed, depressed, spend your Friday night scrolling? You could make big money by holding billionaires responsible for your problems. You know, there are people who think that. What do you say to them?
I say they're dead wrong because they don't know these families. And we're not talking about adults go do what you can, take care of yourself. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about our children who are vulnerable and about parents who are frustrated and don't know what to do and concerned about their children and feel like they don't know what to do. And this has all come up because these companies, part of their PR spin is to blame the parents. They need to stop blaming the parents and they need to take responsibility. This is on them. They are designing a platform. They have said in many of their documents they knew through studies that it was not safe for kids, that it could cause problematic use, aka addiction.
Right.
They knew all this and they went forward anyway. So I'm saying that person isn't really understanding what this case is about. This is about a product that is faulty, that is harming our kids, and like every other product in this country, there need to be guardrails to protect children. There just are none. We've allowed them go completely unregulated.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
And we heard Mark Zuckerberg testify under oath that, they knew that there were things that they could be doing and should be doing. Emails showed that they knew that kids were younger and were on those platforms, and questions were being raised. Why are we not doing more? Juliana Arnold, keep us posted. We would love to continue to talk to you as you work with Congress to get some protections passed. These kids are vulnerable and they need protection. Thank you. Really
Very much so. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.